Can you get a brand new home in the Sacramento area for under $500,000? Guys, this video is time sensitive. It's August 2nd, 2024. This stuff is going to change, and if you want an accurate incentive list or who's building and all that stuff, we've got it. We've been doing it for over 5 years, new homes in the Sacramento area. Down below, reach out to our team. We'll give you an incentive list and a builder list in the various areas. All right, let's get going on the video, guys. This is the number one question we've been getting asked all week. I want something brand new. I want it under $500,000. Let's talk about it right now, and let's show you the areas that it's still possible and some of the ways you can still get it to work. Okay, so before we get started on this video, number one is time your life, do not time the market. It's going to be a little hard with interest rates going down and a lot of these videos showing these amazing houses and all this stuff too. Now for me, if I'm looking to buy, I kind of want to know what the price point is before I even go looking at these houses because they're that amazing. And once I look at them, I know I'm going to want to buy one and I just want to know if it's even doable. So this is what this video is all about for you guys. And we're going to go over maps, we're going to show you everything, and we're going to kind of go into it about if it's still possible under $500,000 in the Sacramento area. The long and the short is pretty much getting hard to do. $500,000 is a tough one. There are a few communities that still you can get underneath $500,000. Some of them have the pros and cons and drawbacks, but we want to keep it transparent, honest, and like I said, guys, this isn't a video to go sell, sell, sell. Let's buy you a new home. This is about education and to inform you about what is available for you right now. All right, nothing like a good map video. Okay, so here are the areas that they have new homes. All these areas are pretty amazing. Like I said, we're going to go through them one by one and kind of eliminate some and talk about them. First, let's go to Elk Grove. Elk Grove, California, boom. You're not going to find too many houses there for under $500,000. The only one I will say right now is KB Lexington. It starts about at 540s in the low 540s, but you're talking like Melrose is pretty high in the 400s. There also is some things like lot premiums, and there's also like solar, which will run you about maybe $15,000 to $17,000 as well too. If you purchase it, you can lease it, but we always recommend purchasing it because you get the 30% tax credit, which makes it really, really nice. So Elk Grove, we got to knock that one out right out of the way. Okay, so then we go over here, and we don't show it, but here we go. Here's Natomas, and here's West Sacramento. Natomas right now, they're not building a whole lot in Natomas. This is going to be coming soon. I know of a couple communities coming up in Natomas as well too. But for the most part, Beezer and Blue Pond or what is it called? Blue Mountain were the big builders over there for a while, offering homes in the 400s. That's changed, and now no one's really building in Natomas. I know there's a few communities starting out, but for the most part, Natomas just pretty much block that out for right now. All right, let's go to West Sacramento. West Sacramento, the only community that I'm seeing that gives you even close to $500,000 is Century at Trailside. They're around 545, and like I said, we're going to get in some of the ones under 500 as well too, but I just kind of wanted to give you guys honorable mentions from some of these areas. So boom. That's West Sacramento. All right, let's go over here, and where are we? We're in Rancho. Okay, so Rancho is another area as well, too. I like Rancho. I think it's a great spot. Tri-Point, Cahab, and Pulte all are in the low 500s, but I haven't found one community that's building in the 400s in the Rancho area. Folsom, oof, goodbye Folsom. Folsom's not going to work for anyone. The lowest price point house there is I'm seeing in the low 600s, and that's Tri-Point, Canterley, and Lariat. Then we got El Dorado Hills, gone as well too. There's nothing there in underneath $500,000. Let's get to some other areas. Now we got Rockland. Rockland, we got to say bye-bye to as well too. Rockland, they're not doing anything. Okay, so now we're left, and I know this is kind of scribbled, and I apologize for this. We're some nice areas. You got Vineyard. Okay, so Vineyard is very, very, I like Vineyard, right? You're not going to get under $500,000, but Wild Hawk right now, Bluestone Wild Hawk, you're by Taylor Morrison, you're going to get basically around in the low 500s. You're just going to get right over that. Now, there are lot premiums in some of the houses, and there's also solar, but they're offering good incentives to also work with you a little bit as far as that stuff goes. They're not reducing prices, but they are giving you like rate buy downs and everything too. So if you're looking in Vineyards, right now, Wild Hawk is probably going to be the community for you, Taylor. And if you're looking for something under $500,000, I would definitely look at Taylor Morrison, Bluestone, Wild Hawk. That'd be the community I'd be looking at in Vineyards for sure. Now let's get to some of the areas that actually are offering houses under $500,000. We have Roseville Roseville and we have Antelope. Okay, so here, and we have Lincoln. All right, so let's go into Roseville right now. You got DR Horton, you got Balboa 2. Offering homes starting in the 472, 473s. That's what we're looking at. So you can definitely get something in West Roseville, DR Horton, Balboa 2, for high 400s. So it's definitely doable. It's one of the only communities that's actually offering homes underneath $500,000. Now, if you're looking for something maybe a little bit nicer, a little bit bigger, you're probably going to Meritage. And those are the communities I'd kind of look at West Roseville if you're price sensitive and 500 is what you're looking for. Okay, so the other one is Antelope. And Antelope's a nice one. It's kind of like I'd probably say it's kind of like a suburb of Roseville, as you can see on the map right there. Now, in Antelope, you got KB, and KB's out there with cottages, and they're offering houses starting at $459. Now, great pricing also, but you also have to take into account, like I said, we're transparent on this channel. There are lot premiums, and there also is solar. So you do have to factor that into your pricing as well, too. I don't want you guys going there and all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, the pricing sounds great. And then all of a sudden they're getting you with the solar, getting you with the land premiums as well, too, or lot premiums. So just understand that normally a lot of these new homes these days come with lot premiums. They come with solar that you can either lease or purchase. Like I said, we always recommend purchasing for the 30% tax credit. And the other thing too is just understand that there's not really one community that I know of in the Sacramento area that doesn't come with Melrose. Melrose goes all the way from $250 all the way in some areas as much as like $550, $560. So just be aware that Melrose is definitely part of the game in the Sacramento area. Another big question we always get asked is, we want a new home, but we don't want Melrose. It's not really happening here. I would say also, as far as HOAs go, maybe about 25% of the homes here, communities in the Sacramento area, have HOAs. So just keep that in mind as well too. Now, if you're reaching out to our team and you're saying to us, hey Mark, I saw your video and we're looking for something with no HOAs, we'll make sure that we take you to communities that do not have HOAs. And if you're looking for select communities that maybe have lower Melrose, we can steer you in that direction as well too. Like I said, guys, we've been doing this for 5 years on this channel. We know the builders, we got the relationships, we know like incentives being given out. My inbox is littered and my phone is littered with sales reps calling me about brand new incentives that they have on the market. We'd love to work with you, so reach out. Okay, so we got that. We got Antelope, we got West Roseville. Now the big one is Lincoln. Lincoln has got LGI. Now, LGI right there is starting at $450. You got to pay a little bit for the lot premiums. I think they're not too expensive. I think they're around $7,000. And then you got like as well solar. So take that into account. But Lincoln right now is the biggest bang for your buck. Now, here's the thing about Lincoln, right, too. A lot of people realize that Lincoln is far from Sacramento. But at the same time, it is still part of our Sacramento kind of like market, right? So Lincoln, I'd say, is a good bang for your buck. If you're looking for something that needs to be a little bit more central to everything, Antelope's a fantastic spot as well too. As you see here on the map, Antelope's kind of central to everything. West Roseville as well too. So if it was me and I was saying to myself, I really want to be under $500,000, I really want to be close to it, communities I'd probably go to would be Taylor Morrison in Vineyards. I'd go to Wild Hawk for sure. I'd go over to Antelope. I'd check out KB over there. I'd go to West Roseville. I'd look for DR Horton. And then I'd go up to Lincoln. I would look for LGI. Those would be the homes right now that are going to be underneath the $500,000 or close to it. Now, we got more information for you guys. And like I said, a lot of the questions we've been getting asked on this channel and, just phone calls in general is like, I really love the idea of getting a new home. $500,000 seemed doable maybe a couple of years ago, and now I'm just not seeing too many communities that are. I'm seeing great videos, a lot of people claiming affordable houses and under $500,000, but when I go there, all of a sudden the prices are a lot different. There are, the solar added to it, a lot of premium and everything too. So guys, I would advise you definitely give us a call. And before you go out there, right? You don't want to go out there and all of a sudden start thinking that you can get something for $480, and all of a sudden, like you're there, it's $520, you're all excited, you're seeing this amazing home. Now, another thing too is with rates coming down, a lot of people are wondering about buy downs, about how it looks like for your monthly. One of the things we always stress on this channel as well is that Yes, price point is very, very important, but you should also be looking at what your monthly payment looks like. So here's the thing. Okay, now we want to break this down. Like I said, this is something based on like 700, 719 credit score, 20% down. Okay, so this is just, I just kind of wanted to show you guys how it looks like on a monthly, because a lot of these new home builders that we work with are offering like rate buy downs. Now, I'm not saying you should go for a rate buy down, especially in this age of rates dropping, but I'm saying is there is definitely an option as far as if you want to go, let's say, over $500,000, if the rates are lower, what your monthly looks like. A lot of that stuff is very ambiguous, a little vague. So I kind of wanted to just show you kind of what it looks like for a $500,000 house. So like, let's say you have a $500,000 house. Let's say you're putting 20% down. Let's say your credit score is between 700 and 719. This is kind of what your monthly payment is going to look like. Okay. Now here's the thing. If we drop it down now to a 6.5, this is what your monthly payment is going to look like. Now, if you go in with one of these builders and all of a sudden you're like, and they're saying, hey, look, we can buy you down your rate. LGI and Lincoln, actually, you can get your rate down to just under 4%, which is just insane. But let's say, for example, you go with like, let's say Taylor Morrison, you go with like a Beazer, let's say you go to Century, because a lot of these builders are offering amazing buy downs, and you get yourself down to a 5.5. That's the difference you're looking at. Now, it might not look like a huge difference, but at the same time, this is kind of the transparency we want to show you. This is kind of what it looks like. So right here, you got it at like a 7.5, boom. Then you got it at a 6.5, boom. And then you got it at a 5.5. So this is kind of what it looks like. Like I said, I'm not saying go for the rate buy downs, but as rates start to decrease, this is kind of what you can expect as far as your payment goes. Now, if you guys have any questions regarding the Sacramento area as far as like resale, new homes, or whatever, our team is always out there. We got entire team looking and scoping out if there was anything under $500,000, and we went out there to verify as well too. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and like I said, guys, these are some spots, and $500,000 is just not an attainable, it's just not something that's realistic that much anymore in the Sacramento area. I would say if you're someone who's looking for like maybe an entry-level new home, maybe be looking in the low 500s. I still think that's doable. Now, a few things we want to talk about too before we go is, are there going to be deals towards the end of this year? Currently, right now, I am seeing new homes slow down, and I have been seeing deals hit the market, and I have been seeing it, there's inventory piling up. Now, what normally happens towards the end of the year is Q4 builders try to get rid of as much inventory as humanly possible. And then in January, it's kind of a cold area, cold month. And so they don't really know how all of a sudden they're going to do. So you see some new communities start a little slower and give you some really good entry pricing. So just kind of keep in mind that new homes are easy to telegraph, because if they're giving you amazing incentives, they're hurting. If they're giving you no incentives, they're selling like crazy. Now, if you have any questions regarding new home communities in all the Sacramento area, like we just discussed, feel free to give me a call. I'd love to talk to you a little bit and tell you about what communities I've been bumping into along my trails these last few days, few weeks, that have been offering amazing incentives. And if new homes are your thing and this is the time for you to buy, let me know and we'll take it from there. Okay, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like I said, on this channel, we've been featuring new homes for the last 5 years. We're kind of the OG in new homes in the Sacramento area. If you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe, because we're going to be dropping a whole bunch more content about the Sacramento area just for you. Until next video, guys, this is Mark. Have a good one. And if you're looking for a team, you know who to reach out to. Also, guys, we got another video for you right over there, one over there. And please, guys, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Like I said, major content coming your way in the near future.